Well, good afternoon, Pipers. Welcome back to the Bass Piper channel. It's been a couple of weeks since I was on here making a video, and I apologize in advance for the lighting. I'm trying to get the garage right. I got a light hanging over the table. Let me show you. I don't want to blind you, but you can kind of see where see that light up there? And I got the overhead. Where's that at? See that one up there? And this thing is just playing havoc. I'm trying to get everything balanced. So I now look dark on this side, light on that side. So when I do the video and do the iMovie, Lord knows what's going to show on my finished product. But anyway, let me see if I can darken this side just a little bit, guys. Maybe I can get a little bit of stuff. Maybe that'll work. Let me see. We'll do that and see what happens. I'll end up being too dark on we'll just go with that. How about that? Today, can you believe it? I am breaking in my 2024 Savinelli 320 St. Nicholas. And the tobacco has gone out already. And in it, I'm trying to get started I thought would be appropriate for a Christmas pipe and the way the New Year's coming in here in Virginia. Frosty Mint by Sutliff. Now, Frosty Mint, let me get, where did I put my notes? Here they are. In fact, I got a couple of notes. Bass Piper these days can't remember squat when I get on the video. But if you've never tried Sutliff Frosty Mint, and by the way, if you can find it now, I got this right before Christmas at smokingpipes.com. But Frosty Mint has Virginia, Burley, Black Cavendish, and it is topped with a mint and a chocolate. And you can taste the mint. And it has a little tingle on your tongue, like a peppermint type thing. And so I wanted to try that. Frosty is what we're going to be in starting Monday here in Virginia. And I know they've moved the inauguration for Monday in D.C. Inside the Capitol. Of course, I know they were talking about it going to be dropping with wind chill probably around 18, 17 degrees. It might be lower than that. I think it's going down to lower than that in the evening. But I'm sure it's also for safety concerns for President Trump, which that's a good thing. As far as I'm concerned, they need to just go ahead and swear him in at 12 o'clock. Put him in the Beast. If you don't know what the Beast is, that's the car. Presidential car. Get him over to the White House and start wearing out his pin on executive orders, and let's get to work. And I know he is. So, but you got to go through all the pomp and circumstance and all the different balls and all the different mess that they got to go to. So this hasn't been done since about 1985 when they swore in Ronald Reagan inside the Capitol. I think they do it in the rotunda, whatever they call it. So anyway, I just want to get on here for a few minutes. Still losing weight and down 41 pounds. And we're shooting for another, we got to go another, let's see, 41 pounds, so that means I've got to probably go another 50 pounds. So we're working on it. Now, we had a little holdup. I think I mentioned it in the last video, me and Miss Bass Piper over the holidays, and I had a feeling we would. And let me light my pipe. I'm going to try to make it through a video with the pipe. So, when I went to go put the tobacco in my pipe, I had this little thing with the food. There's a food, I know I've showed it on the video many, many moons back. It's a thing that goes on top of your mason jar, and you can put the thing on there that sucks up that seals it like a cannon jar. Well, now the thing won't hold a charge worth a hoot. Every time I get ready to have to use it, I got to go charge it. So that started the first part of the video off jacked up because I wanted to go ahead and get it sealed and put back up. Now I got to wait for this canning machine thing to charge them back up. Then I come out here, my little personal tobacco can that had the pipe knocker on it. Well, here it is. It's then come unglued from the top. So I'm out here with my new pipe, got my Perdomo mug with coffee. By the way, this is a pretty cool mug. If you're in the cigars, this little piece right here, guys, Mrs. Perdomo made that part when Nick decided to make, my nose is itching, decided to make the cup. You can get them in black, red, and blue. That's for holding your cigar. So if your cup's sitting down, you can place your cigar right there on the edge and hold place for holding your cigar. But these are pretty mugs. And these are from Perdomo. You can go on, they got a store that you can get cups and mugs and signage, and you can get t-shirts and hoodies and all kinds of Perdomo stuff. And I think it's time to, and that's why I got to be careful with this new pipe. To knock some of the ash off. Bear with me, guys. I know I'm in and out of the screen here, trying to reach over to my table and trying to make the video. I apologize for that, guys. Trying to get her going and keep her going. But anyway, it's going to get frosty here too. So I figured Frosty Mint would be a good tobacco to try out. Brand new tobacco with a brand new pipe. And of course, these 320s are nice. And, you know, they're not that expensive. I think these were about 112, about 108 or whatever. I get a discount at Smoking Pipes, but I feel like on the, and then I was going to say something and I thought about this, but talking about getting ready for the video with the canner thing not working, my little knocker thing came off. I got to find some glue. Couldn't find the glue. And then I went to go put me a softy bit on this one, and I can't get a softy bit on this particular pipe. I've got them on other 320s. But for some reason, I can't get one on this one. It wants to split. I don't know if my rubber stuff, you know, the softies have been sitting around and they've gotten a little drier or whatever, but they start to split because, as you know, That is, I'm gonna try to do this without dumping my tobacco. That is a wide end. I got them on the other ones. In fact, if you remember, I had one I did a video on probably about a year or so ago, and it split on me during the video, and so they need to make those softy bits, especially for these fat boys and these fishtail stems, these wider stems. They need to make those softy bits a little bigger, because the way they're supposed to go on, you can't forget it. You got to turn it around the other way and put where your lip would go in that way, because it's wider, but it still won't fit on these without splitting them, or take the risk of splitting them. And I've tried a couple of them on mine on this one and they've split. So I'm just running this one without one. Just got to be careful I don't put the teeth marks all over it. But this is the first pipe, first cigar, first pipe Base Piper's had in a month. Over a month. And that's the thing about making pipe videos, because when you're trying to talk, you feel like you got to chooch these things just to keep them going, or either purge through. I'm running a 6mm Savinelli charcoal filter through this one. I get rid of those balsa bits. That's like having nothing. But anyway, getting back to the inauguration. We're looking forward to it Monday. I really am. And I know there's some of us that have different views on different things, and that's okay. Base Piper can have his. And hopefully pretty soon we're not going to have to worry about the First Amendment anymore. It's going to get back intact the way it should be, especially on the, let's just say, platforms. But I remember back in 2008, 2007, 2008, there was a presidential candidate that came on the scene. Said change is coming to America. And I told my wife then, change for the worst, not the better. And it was for the worst. Now we're going to get ready to have change to get things put back together. Thank God. So, anywho, that's enough of my political rant. Now for the next thing. If y'all haven't seen this, this gentleman put this out about 5 hours, 6 hours ago. But he goes by Big Apple Pipes. Big Apple Pipes. He's from Italy. He's from Italian from Italy. And he interviewed Leonard Wurtzel. Leonard Wurtzel from STG. Now, most of y'all know the big thing about the STG buyout with Sutliff and McBaron and all that that's been going on, and people have been out of shape. Because out of about 100 and some blends of Sutliff, they're only keeping about 5 of them, or 4 of them, if that. I think total with McBaron, Sutliff, and Planta, there's only like 15 or 16, or give or take. So, this is the gentleman that they have already interviewed him through different platforms, either podcast or magazines or whatever. He did a couple of platforms, magazine interviews, but they said that everybody got so ticked off and bent out of shape they had to pull him down because the comments were not good. Why is that, Bass Piper? Because he's the one that was given the task at STG to look over about all these 200 and some, I guess, brands and thousands or hundreds of different blends over about 80, I forget how many countries he said, and had to look through all the data and let the company know which ones need to go and which ones need to stay. So he's now on a YouTube interview. Good interview, but go ahead, if you smoke your pipe or a cigar, get you a cigar, maybe a Churchill or a Gordo, because it's a 2-hour video. But he answers the questions. And, you know, in listening to what he had to say, sorry guys, I got to go in and out of the thing to tap my pipe. This is getting to be more aggravating because everything for my video today is in different places, and without having my knocker, I'm trying to be careful not to bang up and screw up my new pipe. But he is the gentleman that has been given the task of having to be the bad guy. Y'all ever been in a position like that in your job? You got to be the one that the big honchos want you to look over things, find out where stuff needs to be cut, where stuff needs to go. And he said some of the roughest things he had to do was right there at Thanksgiving, right before Thanksgiving, have to be at Sutliff when the word went down. When the word went down about all that, and jobs were going to be lost too. So I understand where he's at. Some of you guys that look at my channel, don't be too upset with Leonard Wurtzel. He ended up saying that in the long run, in the long haul, the pipe tobacco, the pipe industry ought to be getting better. But when you're put with the task of the business side of things and how much, you know, tobacco you're using for this or that, he kind of put it out this way. He said, you know, let's just take Frosty Mint, okay? I like Frosty Mint. But by looking at all the data and the sales and everything, out of about a 20, 30, 40,000 pipe smoker database, let's just say, only 20 people like it. It's got to go. It's not cost effective. I like Sunset Rum. Yeah, I like that one, that aromatic. But probably a lot of people didn't. It wasn't selling enough. So they got to look at all that with margin and, and they tell you, don't take it personal. It's just business, but it is personal because business is also interferes and affects people, their jobs. That's people. That ain't business. That's people. That's livelihoods. You might have been smoking a blend for the last 15 years. That's people. That's people. That part bothers me, but that's every business because it is people. We're not tobacco. We're not a box, a product. We're the ones being affected, whether you call it business or not. But somebody has got to play the bad guy. He happened to be the one. But it's a good thing to watch and listen to because he answers a lot of questions and a lot of the hard questions. And I won't say much more about it because I don't want to blow it all away. But one thing he did say that was encouraging, and if you get a chance, watch it. Big Apple Pipes is the channel name. And you'll see it's got a flag, like a flag for his screenshot. And Leonard Wurtzel. It's an interview with Leonard Wurtzel from STG. And I took it towards the end that some of the blends and things that are cut right now, and some of the blending tobaccos, Periques, Latakias, Orientals, all that, they may not be gone forever. We might see some come back once everything settles down and the smoke clears. And they see how things level off. Then there might be some blends that will come back. But that's a wait to be seen. So, we shall see. So anyway, just want to let you know about that. I happened to catch it this morning and thought it was a good thing. I didn't watch the full 2 hours. I just kind of, forward through some of it. I'm sorry for this suction you're hearing on this pipe. I don't think I packed it tight enough. If it's picking up on the video. So, but anyway, guys, just want to get on here and try out my maiden voyage on my 2024 St. Nicholas Savinelli 320 KS, what I call the butterscotch stem, and some frosty mint. Getting ready to hunker down for the cold weather coming in these next few days. It's about, we're having summer right now. I'm in my garage with the door closed. It's 52 today, but it's going down tonight and steadily going down tomorrow and then Monday and Tuesday and all that. And I think Wednesday or Thursday, they're forecasting snow for us here in Virginia. Again, we still got snow laying around from that last little bit about a week ago. Little bits and pieces. And they always say where snow hangs around, there's more coming. Well, evidently there's more coming. So my pipe is going out. So I'm going to put that down. I ain't had a chance to get my coffee. My coffee's getting cold. The only thing about these ceramic mugs, it don't stay hot long. But I just wanted to try the Frosty Mint. I've never had the Frosty Mint in a pipe. And so I wanted to try it. And it's a good tobacco, which you can't get anymore. So much for that, right? But I can't get my Sunset rum anymore too. Thank God I got a little bit. I think I got 4 ounces or something like that, the last I bought. And here's the other thing, man. This thing right here really did. I called Sutliff. I think I mentioned on the last video. If you're hearing this repetitively, I apologize. But I called Sutliff to find out about the Sunset rum and all that. And they said, well, we can't sell it to you here at the place because most of y'all know I'm about an hour and a half from the Sutliff plant here in Virginia, in Richmond. I'm in Smithfield, Virginia, and, do the math, it's about maybe 70 miles up the road. So the girl said, no, I wish I could. We can't sell it to anybody unless you got license, yada, 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 yada. So anyway, Smoking Pipes put me on a one-time alert, one alert thing they do for email. So when they get it back in stock, they'll shoot me an email. I was number 3 for Sunset Rum. That goes to show you it must not be a big thing if I'm number 3. Or either I just happen to luck out to get in that slot. But I go back on there about 3 or 4 days ago. I don't know what they're doing, but I called smokingpipes.com and I'm going, hey, I was just on your website and a lot of the Sutliff blends you've already taken them off. The ones that were on backwater. And guess which one was off? Sunset Rum as well. So I'm sitting there thinking, what is that telling me, guys? Because Sutliff is saying they're replenishing and getting tobacco in to replenish up to the cutoff dates. And I think their main cutoff is like the end of next month. And I'm on a email callback list. So what's the deal? Well, no, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting any more. So you're not getting nothing. No, we're not going to be getting anything. This was Smoking Pipes telling me that they're not going to get anything else from Sutliff. That's it. Done deal. So I guess the email alerts is gone. It's done. You won't be getting anything. So, and I knew the lady at Sutliff told me they had about 42 pounds of Sunset Rum left. Of course, that ain't a lot when you're talking about a national thing. So, anywho, but I went back on there this morning and they've got quite a few of the mixes back on Smoking Pipes. The blends. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's all over the map, man. And but listen to that video with Leonard Wurzel from STG, and he answers, like I said, some of the questions on why things were done, why it was done in a hurry. I know one of the things that some of the folks were upset with is, man, at least, one thing that's pretty sorry with business the way they do it, run it out slowly to give people time, make the announcement, and then let us have a chance to get some of our blends before you say bye-bye. I mean, you could go out, or come in, whatever you're doing, you're buying it or selling out. But, that could give you a little extra financial boost there on your way out. I mean, then to just sit there, it was kind of like McClellan's when they went out, when Mike went out. It was like, bim, bam, bam, gone, boom. Unless you were one of the guys with a super hot, speedy computer and all kinds of stuff that you were into the know, man, or back when I was working and I couldn't, I wasn't retired, and the retirees are sitting there, boy, blowing it out, man. And by the time you get home from work at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it's all gone. Well, hello? They what? They're going out of business? When did that happen? Same thing with Sutliff and all this, this buyout and stuff. And that's, I think, one of the things that's got people upset. Man, give us about 60 days or 30 days notice, so we can start buying some of it up before it's gone. If you're annihilating it, at least let us get one more pound or 2 pounds of it. But anyway, evidently as of the 31st or the last part of March, it's all over with. And the only thing that I got out of it, in one thing, is that down the road it could be some things coming back. So we'll see. But that might be years. And who knows what will be coming back, if anything. And there'll be match blends and whatever, So anyway, guys, it's been 31 minutes. I'm going to get on off of here. Hope y'all have a good weekend and a good next week. And let me just end on this. Those of y'all that are Trump supporters, be praying for him. Be praying for his cabinet. Be praying for Monday with the inauguration. I'm glad it's being moved inside, because we need to be praying for his safety. And, for all the ones that are maybe Trump haters or not Trump likers, look at it this way. Those of us that were not Biden likers, we put up with all that for 4 years. You can put up with us for 4 years. In fact, this is Trump's last term. So, I mean, But anyway, it's politics, guys. It's politics. It's garbage, But the bottom line to everything, let's look at it this way. Let's reunite and bring us together, not divide us like what's been going on for years. It hasn't just been these last 4 years. It's been quite a few years, except for the 4 years that the T-Man got in. He kind of messed up their regiment. But let's get together. Let's be praying for one another. Those are the praying kind. Pray for our new cabinet going in, and our president coming back, 47 from 45 to 47 now. And let's hope for some good things. I don't know about you, but I'd like to see some eggs come down in price. My grocery bill, my gas prices, all the things that there's no sense in all this. And I'd like to have a little bit more in my wallet left over at the end of the week. That's a good thing, right? And so I'd like to see my portfolio of my retirement look a little better. Just some basic things. So let's be praying for a good next week and a good inauguration. And let's get 25 started off on the right foot. Let's try to reunite, not divide. And YTPC, we're family. And we can have our differences of opinion. We can have our belly button opinions. We can have our whatever opinions. But hey, at the end of the day, we're pipe smokers or cigar smokers. They're cousins. They go hand in hand. Let's look forward. Let's be positive in 25 and welcome in the new cabinet. And hey, next Tuesday, first day after the inauguration, we're going to start moving out all the illegal immigrants. Thank God. And all the high criminals thank the Lord. See, that's a good thing. We don't want these people in our United States. Let's get them out of here. Especially when you come over illegal. And I'm glad to see that some of the people that have come to our country the right way is upset. And they ought to be. They came the proper way, not sitting there just ramrodding, crashing through the borders and running and taking off and, just have an open free-for-all. That some of our Americans today that's been killed by some of them would still be living. See, we don't think about some of that when we think the politics or who's bad and who's this and who's that. And let's face it, the T-Man's got a rough run, buddy. They've tried to make him look like a villain, and he's just a sorry SO, blah, 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 blah. You can fill in the blanks. But really, he's not a bad guy when you get a chance to look at him and watch him and get to know him. The problem is there's so much hatred been poured in that way, people don't even know why they don't like him. Last go around, they didn't like him because of his tweets. Well, I'll take a guy that don't tweet well to keep me safe and bring policies in that's going to protect us. That's just common sense. I think it's time that we just get rid of the Republican Democrat thought process. And let's get somebody in there that can help us as America, help us as Americans, period. So there's a lot of work to be done in 4 years. But I thank God, and I think God has got the right man for the season to get it done. Because there's nobody in my 63-year lifetime that has ever come on the scene as a president like the T-Man. How about you? Whether you like him or you don't, he's the man for the job. So anyway, on that note, I hope my sub count don't just drop. But listen, guys, love you, love the supporters, and appreciate you sharing my belly button opinion on just a few things. This ended up being a little rant. I don't know, but I did really want to come on and tell you about that interview and with STG's Leonard Wurzel, and try out my new Christmas pipe. But anyway, you guys take care. We'll talk with you later. Remember, relax, have a pipe or your stogie. And don't forget the many blessings God gives us each and every day. You guys take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.